Yo, what is up everyone? Fearless here. I'm gonna go over the trades that I took yesterday. Took about 4 trades. The first one we took it on live, lost about 14 points around there, but it was only with half size. The conditions weren't right, so I told you guys to take it with only half size. Took 3 more trades on my phone, and I'm gonna go over them right now. So yeah guys, let's get started. So going into the open, I wanted to see a move down first and then the move back up, right? I was bullish on the day. I wanted to see NQ trend up, but I wanted to see them move down first. We have 4-hour fair value gaps below us, and if you look at all these equal lows here, relative equal lows here. So that was kind of my target. I want to see NQ drop through them inside. We had a 4-hour fair value gap around here. If I go to 2 minute, I think we also had a new week opening gap. Yeah. So this was kind of my target. So that's why I'm expecting a move down at the open. So 9:30 opens up. We pump straight up, take out this high, SMT, displacement back down. I took my entry on the 15 second, I believe. Yeah. Once we inverse that 1 minute, this orange shaded box is the 1 minute inversion fair value gap. I missed this entry here. And then came back up again. And this is where I got filled. And I put my stop above this high. And I was targeting these lows that we just put in, these relative equal lows, these equal lows, and the 4-hour fair value gap below us. So this was kind of the trade idea. 14-point stop, about a 35-point win, good risk to reward, everything aligned. Again, even though we got stopped out, so if I let this play, this was a really good trade, right? I'll take this trade every single time I see it. I'm really confident in the setup. We just ended up getting chopped up, and it actually did work out, but we did chop a lot before. So we put in this high, come back down, sweep this low, come back up, swept this high, and then we got the move down. When macro opened up, we actually pumped that one more time, and I think this is that, and I think this is where we dumped. Yep. And then there's a dump. So that's the move down I wanted to catch, but we got caught up in this chop, right? But I'm really happy that we only took one trade. We recognized the conditions and we stepped away. That's the most important thing in trading. So that was the first trade. And now let's go to the second one. So in the afternoon, we got the exact move I wanted in the morning. We got the push down to the 4-hour. We got the new week opening up here. And then we bounced off. If I go to 15 minute here, from this new week opening up, we went all the way to this one. Look at the bodies closing just below the high, right? I'm not expecting a big move down, but once I see bodies closing like that, we also have this 15-minute bearish fair rally gap. I know we're at least going to get a retracement. Now, another thing here is time. I'm looking for the new 4-hour candle to open up. And even if I think the 4-hour candle is going to push higher and take out these highs, there's going to be a little retracement lower that I can catch, right? We have this 15-minute fair rally gap here. So I think price action trades to that. We are rejecting this new week opening gap. We have this bearish 15-minute fair rally gap and a new hourly candle opening up. So I want to see a move lower. So if I go to the 1 minute chart here, I'm looking at my Discord here. My entry was at 84s. It was a pretty nice scalp. Okay. And I think my entry was on the 30-second. Yeah, so here, as you can see, this is where the 4-hour candle opens up. We get that move down. I'm expecting more. And I want to see NQ take out this low, tap this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. And I think my entry was, yeah, I got a pretty bad fill, not the best one. But I had a really tight stop loss. And my initial target was this fair value gap here. What I did was I took partials at 68, as you can see in the screenshot. So 68 is here. So once we got this move back down, here, I took partials and I let my last contract run to this 15-minute fair value gap. So we came back up inside this 30-second, rejected, and then we sold off into that 15-minute fair value gap. So a pretty simple trade, just a small scalp, not trying to catch a big move in the afternoon, especially when it's against my bias. So a pretty simple trade there. That was the second trade, and now let's look at the third one. So for the third trade here, again, my target for afternoon session is these highs. I caught the move down, and I was looking for a move back up to these highs up here. 4-hour candle opens up, we come back lower, tap 50% of this 15-minute fair value gap, and now this is where I want to see them move back up. But I'm not going to enter right away, right? I want to see some sort of manipulation. So if I drop to the 1 minute here, We come back down, tap 50%, start bouncing off. I'm waiting. And then we get this sweep here. And it should get a sweep here. Right there. We create these equal lows, sweep them, and this is when I started looking for longs. Now, I did get a pretty late fill because I was a little busy and couldn't really stare at the charts. We had all these equal highs stacked up here. All these highs, all these highs. This is pretty much generated buy side that's waiting to get taken out. So retail is probably shorting this trend line here. And once we get the sweep, I was really confident that we're going to go up. But I did get a pretty late entry. If I let this play, I think my entry was, at 960s. I took it on the 5-minute. I think my entry was on the 15-second. It was a fair value gap or something. So my entry was on the 15-second. I think it was on this 15-second fair value gap. We also had this one here, plus this order block. Took it on there. Put my stop below these lows. And I started getting these highs up here, right? A pretty tight stop loss, but a big TP. And then we just ended up rallying. Now again, time is the most important. I didn't catch any longs here. Why? Because I still wanted to see some sort of manipulation. And when did we get the manipulation? Just before the 250 macro. So 250 is right there. And when do we get that move back up? At 250. We already had this manipulation. 250 opens up, macro opens up, we push straight up. And this is the trade I caught. I took some partials on the way. And my final TP was these highs. No, I think I got stopped out on this trade in profit. I took some partials, and then on my runner, I got stopped out on this push back down. But this is where my third trade comes in. Right there. Not my third trade, my fourth. I was still really confident in longs, and I realized I just got stop hunted, and I still want to be in this position. So we pulled back this 1 minute, and also we had an order block on the 1 minute. So if I mark out this order block. So a really nice reaction off that order block, 1 minute fair value gap, and then we inverse this 1 minute. And that's where I took my last entry at. So I got fill around 94s. Put my stop below this low. And this was my target, 37s. And then we pretty much just went straight up. And my PT got hit. So, I mean, pretty simple trades. Even though the first two trades were against my bias, I lowered my size on my first one because I recognized the conditions. They're pretty choppy. Second trade, I was really confident they were going to drop lower, right? So I went with my full size. I caught a nice scalp. Third trade, went long. After we got the sweep, we had this kind of trend line forming here. Retail is shorting. 250 macro opens up. We pump straight up. And then I realized I got kind of stop hunted. I trailed up my stock too early. So once I realized that, we got this push down into this order block, 1 minute fair value gap, displacement back up, inversion fair value gap, took it there, and I just targeted these highs. So you guys, pretty simple day. We were having a pretty slow week, but after these trades, I'm up nice on the week. And next week is looking pretty good as well. We do have red folder news on Monday, so we will be trading on Monday all live. And if you haven't already, join the free Discord, absolutely free. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.